Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Leeds House. It is the 27th of May.
April.
Of maybe April.
Yes.
April, sorry. Yeah, 27th of April, Thursday, after the Leicester game. And we're here to talk about it.
Yeah, we're always a bit late to the party, and we due to commitments and stuff, but we're here.
We are here.
We are here. And yeah, welcome back to the Positivity Club, because someone's going to have to be.
We've got to be, even though Leeds are making it really hard for us at the moment.
Oh, very, very hard.
But we'll hang on in there.
We will hang on.
We'll hang on into the end.
I can still see us picking up 2 wins. I really can. And I think
can see us picking up 5.
5 wins. I can see us beating Bournemouth at the weekend, and I can see us beating Newcastle at home. I really, really do. But I'm optimistic, Kev. I always am. But there are some stuff from Leicester that started to really grate on me now, and I don't really like to bash managers because I like to get behind the team. But there is something going on at Leeds with Javi Gracia at the minute, and I can't put my finger on it.
I agree. It seems like there's something really missing with us at the moment. You're saying about us getting wins. The good possibility is that the teams below us could not pick up another win, which would help us as well.
Yeah, well, obviously while we're filming, because normally we always have some sort of football on in the background. Last time we've turned it off, and Bournemouth were beating Southampton, and Newcastle were beating Everton, which isn't that bad. I would have preferred Southampton to beat Bournemouth to keep them in the mix, but obviously we've got no scores. We've turned them all off, and Callum Wilson, Leeds' best player, doing it for us again.
From our hometown of Coventry.
From Coventry as well. Big up Coventry, man. But yeah, we support Leeds though.
We do support Leeds.
We do support Leeds. And yeah, I'm just worried that our team is very, very passive at the moment.
It's what I get from us at the moment, and it was up until we played, up until the second half of Palace. It seems like when we're attacking, we're not outplaying teams. We're almost capitalising on mistakes that they may make. We're not creating massive, amazing chances. It's like it's near misses, and it was really hard to put your finger on exactly why it's turned into that.
Yeah.
I think probably maybe the 11 goals in 2 games might have something to do with it.
I think so, possibly. Yeah. I mean, we've been battered. We've literally. I mean, if I looked at some stats, Leeds and without Tyler Adams earlier, was the goals we've conceded with him and with him in the team is phenomenal.
Yeah,
it's like night and day.
Well, we touched on it last time, didn't we?
Yeah.
It seems like that may be the missing piece of us at the moment, because his endeavour around the pitch. I mean, McKennie does it in bursts.
Yeah,
but
he's not Adams. Yeah,
Adams is like from the first whistle to the end. He seems to be just like snapping into everything. When you've got a player like that in your team doing that constantly, it's a pain in the ass for
to sort
of play around. And it could just be that we're missing that endeavour in there that's freeing up other players to be a bit more expressive.
Yeah.
It's difficult at the moment because I think we both expected so much more from this season.
It's impossible to finish where we are, and impossible according to Andrea. So it's impossible.
We might finish one place lower.
You could finish one place lower. Imagine we finish 15th now, and he'd be like little twats. But he's getting on more wick as well. Andrea Rezziani is a little bit as well. He's just seeing it out, seeing a conspiracy theory earlier as well that Radrizzani's not asked Gracia not to play Nonto, so he doesn't have to pay any of the.
I don't believe that. But
yeah, pay any of the.
I don't know what it is
of the extra add-on fees for Zurich.
I mean, we don't know it. I don't believe it, but it's possible. Could be something.
You said the 49ers brought in McKennie, so it's take it down.
That's bang on true, that is.
It's bang on true, but to be fair to the lad,
his mate didn't say something the other day on that.
Yeah, about what our 49ers have done him, but yeah, it's been a bit of a weird week for McKennie, hasn't it?
Yeah.
That stuff on Twitter was weird as shit.
Besides that, he actually had a pretty good game on Tuesday.
Yeah,
he's in and out of it. He was
Yeah.
when he was in it. He was doing well.
His passing was a lot better. Wasn't
Yeah, and he was getting around a bit more.
Yeah.
He didn't seem as you can just run past me if you want.
He did a great passing for Harrison for the goal as well. That round the corner pass was pretty good. He took a bit of stick this week. He's probably maybe clawed back a little bit of his dignity from Leeds fans, but there's still obviously the jury's still out on that.
I think both, I think you said it last time, having all three of them in there would work.
Yeah, it would work, definitely.
With McKennie and Rocker, there's definitely something missing in there.
Yeah, there is, yeah.
They're both good players in their own way, but there's something that Adams brings to that sort of takes away from them being able to function properly.
Yeah.
But that's
Adams is the snapper, really.
Yeah.
Rocker's the ball player, and McKennie's, the motor
up and down and sort of carry the ball forward and stuff.
Yeah, supposed to be a box-to-box dynamic energy player. And I do think if we'd have had all three of them, we could be, and it could be a good centre mid. But they Rocker and McKennie on their own do not complement each other at all.
I think Adams is in there. That second half against Palace don't happen.
Yeah, I agree.
It doesn't happen.
And even against Leicester, it doesn't happen as well.
No, yeah, the way they run through, yeah.
The way they're bringing the ball out from the back was horrific. I mean, he's took Rodrigo off, hasn't he? And I thought Rodrigo was having a great game. He's running around like a madman.
He was, but he wasn't offering what you need him to offer, which is
his right foot
threat.
as well.
A threat up front. He was getting around the pitch, and he was putting a shift in. To be fair to him, this is the thing. Like a lot of the players, they'll put shifts in, but what does a shift get you really if you're not scoring goals
in this league? Nothing.
Yeah. It needs to all be like 100% in everything. You need your work rate. You need your quality. You need your ability to pass a ball and to tackle. You need it all, especially when you're down there, because everything just seems to go against you down there.
Yeah, I think I always say on this pod that I think Leeds are crying out for like an absolute awesome number 10. But then what we've just said is it's a bit of a if we had Rocker, McKennie, and Adams in there, then we wouldn't have a 10, though, would we? We'd have an 8. We'd have an 8 that gets into the box. So, I mean, I do think we need some sort of options. And I think from what I can see is Leeds might be going back in for Charles de Ketelaere, and he could be an option.
Well,
for that if we stay up.
Yeah, that's if we stay up.
Yeah.
If we the Leicester game was
weird as shit, weren't it?
It was weird. I mean, to be fair, the fans were amazing for a majority of the game. They really got behind them. Leicester, you can see why they're down there, but you can also see they've got quality. Madison had a good game in there. He didn't seem to lose the ball. He was getting
he played well.
He did play well, to be fair. Vardy come on and scored, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he come on and his movement destroyed the defence. Literally
Any
destroyed
sort of
them.
Movement destroys our defence.
That's true. Yeah.
Sorry, mate. The last podcast I was sort of like, it sounded like I was a bit contradicting myself, saying like we defended well, but then we're not defending very well. It's like at the start of the game we defend well as a team. We just close space.
Yeah.
When I say we don't defend very well, is when it comes to marking players.
You mean like the basics of defence?
Yeah, the basic things. It's like we do well as a team, and we shut down space, and we don't allow teams to get through us. But then there's very basic errors that we make.
And in the second half, we let teams get through us.
Still making.
Yeah.
And it's been happening from the start of the season, where we just do not and cannot seem to just pick people up. It was a bit better on Tuesday, but it was still such on edge at the moment.
Yeah.
And you can
and there was some shaky moments, and obviously Melly had made that double save, even though he was already offside, and that obviously you can see the crowd actually got really behind him.
Yeah, they
really
did get.
The crowd was great. Obviously, you went, didn't you? I didn't go. I watched on TV, but you could still hear them. It was really, really good. Obviously, it wasn't a bit of a knife edge, though, I thought, even watching it.
It was. And I kept saying, because we went 1-0 up, and I kept saying to Leon, who I went with, I kept saying to him, this is not enough.
Yeah.
It's not enough. We're not going to see this out with one goal. And he mentioned it to me, like everything good we did went through Jack Harrison.
Yeah.
Like he was out of the game for parts and we did nothing. When he was involved, we looked more dangerous. Bamford, hold up play again, immense, really, really good at that. But the thing we need him to do,
Oh, you mean putting the ball in the back of the net?
no.
Yeah,
I could have strangled him.
yeah.
Such a bad miss.
I wasn't
Wasn't
crying.
offside. Oh, it was horrible.
I thought he was offside, and obviously the reaction of the fans was everyone thought he was offside. But you go back and look at it, he's not offside.
It's not. No.
That's a striker that's either low on confidence or he's done.
Yeah.
Which one do you think it is, James?
I think he can offer something, but not what we need him to offer us.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, that hold-up play is really, really good, but the be-all and end-all of that, how many goals did that hold-up play lead us?
0.
None. It got us up the pitch a bit, and it got us to hold on to the ball a little bit, but if he's holding that ball up really well, and then the players around him are banging in goals, it's like, you know what, you stay in there, you're doing a great job. But that hold-up play...
Like Kevin Davies.
Yeah. The hold-up play is really good, and he does a really good job of doing that, but then it's not leading to anything. And then you get him into a position where it's like, right, okay, do what you're paid to do, stick in. And it's such a bad miss, man. I can't get over it. It's moments like that define your season.
Yeah. If that goal would have went in, obviously Bamford wouldn't have missed that. I'd feel a lot more confident now.
I think a lot of people would.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people would. It would have took us 4 points clear of Leicester, which means they need two games to overtake us at least. But now we're just right in that. We could, as I was saying it to you earlier, we potentially Sunday we could be bottom.
Not now because Southampton are...
Well, if Southampton won, we could be bottom. But it's still very, very tight.
I'm obviously I've been on the socials and stuff. Obviously, because I'm the one that runs our Twitter account, and there's a lot of people don't believe that we're going to stay up, which is fine. Everybody's allowed their own opinions, but I feel, just in my heart, I don't think we're going to go down.
I don't think we will either.
I think we've got 2 wins left in us out this next 5 games.
The thing we've got to understand is it is a possibility. It's a big possibility that it could happen, and I'm scared of what it's going to be if that happens.
What if we do?
Yeah, on Twitter, that vile cesspit of opinions.
Oh, it's lovely as well, though, isn't it? Yeah,
it's going to be a nightmare. I'm actually not worried.
I'm not
In
worried.
terms even if the horrible thing happens and we do go down, I'm not worried that we can start again and we'll build. No one wants to go down, but if we do, it's not the end of the world.
I've looked at teams that went down. I've looked at, like I said, everyone says, we're going to lose all the players. We're going to lose all the players. I actually did a bit of research on that, and the teams that go down, they don't lose all their players. They lose big players. They lose a lot of some players, but they don't lose all the players.
It's inevitable. Some players will go.
I reckon we'd lose 4 or 5.
Yeah, but Adams will probably go.
Yep, Nonto.
Which be a shit one. Melier would definitely be gone.
Sinistera. I'd love him to stay, though.
I don't know. Maybe.
Can't stay fit.
Don't know. He might stay.
But fully fit Sinistera.
All this talking about him, though.
No, they're not.
No one's going up. That's in it. Like
he scored 7 goals in 15 starts.
Yeah,
we're taking off in 14 of them.
Well, the last 4 games he scored 3 goals.
Yeah.
So he's a good player, and he's not fit.
No, he's a very good player.
Yeah. So,
but people will be sniffing around him. People who know football know him.
Why do you reckon he'd go?
I'm not sold on that one if we do go down. But I don't think we should be having this conversation, really. We'll have this conversation if we go down.
If it happens, yeah.
But yeah, I'd feel like, I'd honestly feel players Rocker would stay.
Don't care.
Yeah, no, I'm not sold on that one.
I don't know if
I think Liam Cooper would stay.
I don't think Rocker would do well in the Championship.
I don't think Aronson would do well in the Championship.
I think Aronson would do a lot better than Rocker would.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
I think Aronson would get bullied, I do.
I think Rocker's too slow.
Yeah.
Too slow, and the Championship is...
He's like turning the bus when he turns around, though, isn't he?
It's like Saturday, Tuesday.
Yeah.
He wouldn't... I think Harrison would do all right in the Championship. He probably needs...
Well, I think we'd lose Jack Harrison as well.
Well, Harrison would go, yeah. He'd definitely go.
We'd probably rake in the 100 million transfer fees easy off 4 or 5 players.
Well...
But they're saying 40 million for Nonto, isn't they? If they have to
4 or 5 players, I think we'd get more than 100.
Yeah.
Because we don't need to sell them.
No. And I've seen something on The View with Gurr today that Dortmund maybe looking at Somerville for like 20 to 30 million as well, and you can see something like that happening because the way they buy youngsters and then turn them into world beaters, don't they? That's something you can see. But I don't want to lose any of the players. If I'm being honest, Somerville will be one of the ones I'd really want to get in that championship because he would tear that shit up, mate.
But that's what the whole sort of project was about, wasn't
We
it?
haven't really talked that much about the game. We're talking about random shit.
We'll get to it. So that was what the project was about, wasn't it? It was like buying young talent, having them for a season or two, and then selling them on for big profits until we get to a point where we don't need to sell and we just buy. But
well, that's probably the only thing that I can think that obviously Orta's saving grace. That's brought some good players for us. Orta has. Yeah, obviously signed us Rafinha and everything like that.
Well, for a lot of youngsters.
But the youngsters, they look good, don't they?
But we're not selling them on. Jack Clark is the only one we sold on. Can you think of any other youngsters?
Max Dean.
Max
Dean, yeah.
Yeah. But that was the idea, wasn't it? It was like, we'll buy good talent.
Bryce
Bring them on a little bit.
was playing for Wrexham now, isn't he? You know, Sam Dalby playing for Wrexham. Them two ex-Leeds boys are all down at Wrexham. They've just getting owned by Ryan Reynolds and that.
How much money did we make out of them?
£4.
Oh well, there you go. So that project went flop.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, they're more like the ones that I'm talking about. They're more like the homegrown talent.
Yeah,
have gone on. Ryan Edmonds. I remember from like years ago when Pat Bamford wasn't scoring and everyone was going, "Oh, you got to get Ryan Edmondson in the team."
Yeah.
Oh no chance. But yeah, so I think the players he's brought in from outside look like they're going to be really good. Some of the homegrown lads, I'm not too sure at the moment. What if there's any money on them? Mate, obviously Archie Gray going to be an absolute.
I don't think it'll be sold.
No, never be sold
unless we're in the Championship and he's just absolutely pissing it.
Yeah, we could maybe a Fabian Delph situation on there.
Yeah,
but he looks like he's going to be a baller. Don't think he's ready for first team football yet. Like a lot of them are, and everyone's shouting for him to come in. If any of them would maybe put him would be Perkins,
Joseph,
yeah,
JB,
yeah, but
I don't know why they didn't give him a shout.
Yeah, but maybe on the bench and coming off the bench, but there is some crunch games coming up, and I can see why Grash is picking senior players because
they're getting results, aren't they?
Yeah. I can see what's going through his mind. The only thing I just don't understand is the Nonto business at all. Because there's something going on here. I'm telling you. I'll put a tweet out there. I think Nonto has fingered Grash's missus around the back of the bike shed at Fort Arch, and he's not playing him.
Do you know what I think? I think when he picks the team, he does it as he makes all the team stand up. Because obviously Nonto is 2 foot.
Yeah.
He thinks he's not there. So doesn't put him in the team.
Yeah, no, he's definitely banged Grash's missus or something like that. Because why would you leave? Okay, the best player, your young raw talent we've had in a long time, who's been absolute doing bits, ripping it apart, playing for Italy, leave him on the bench and bring on Aronson before him when we need a win.
Yeah, I was a bit miffed. The crowd, I wasn't miffed. I mean, I don't. Aronson is annoying at times.
He's a wasp,
but he works. He can do good things, but yeah, that decision you could feel it when he was coming on. I don't think it was a booing the fact for Aronson.
Yeah, I
think it was the booing of
not for Nonto
of the decision.
Yeah, I hope that was it because I'd never beat my own players.
But again, we do have to keep reminding ourselves that we have still got a young team.
Yeah,
we have still got. I mean, McKennie's 24.
Yeah, and he's one of the senior statesmen of the team. Yeah. I know one of us giving a 24-year-old bloke abuse and that. Even I've done it.
Well, you do, don't you? You just get heated up and you just like fucking win the game for us, you shits.
I know, yeah, but yeah, he pulled some of that back the other day. McKennie did, and I mean, again, there's a player in there. Maybe when Adams is back, and if we do stay up and we do buy him, they could. And another new manager comes in because I'm not sold that Grash is going to be at the end of the season.
He won't be.
I could not.
I don't even care if he keeps us up.
I'll be honest. He might not even be here after the weekend if it doesn't go well.
I mean, I don't see what the point is.
No.
But if he sacking him now, 4 games to go.
There's no one that's going to come in and do a job now, is it?
You're going to bring him in for who? Man City?
Yeah.
Newcastle?
Tottenham,
and Spurs and West Ham.
Yep.
Great.
Yeah, great. Back to manager. Just bring a new manager every game. Try and get a manager bounce on every match.
I think when you go from playing, we seemed quite comfortable in the way we were playing before that second half at Crystal Palace, and since then it's just seemed it's like the team.
Do you think the team buy into the tactics?
They're not. I mean, there's not much tactics, is there? It's like, let's sit back. We'll stop people from getting past us, which we failed to do that anyway. But for a period of time, we'll sit back and stop people getting past us. I mean, even on Tuesday, it took 6 minutes. I know the goal was offside, but it was 6 minutes and there was a goal. Their first attack, corner, goal.
One thing that I don't understand about this play, okay, so we're sitting back and letting teams come onto us and not much countering. Why are we not just playing 3 centre halves and then giving it a go?
I think
giving it a go.
Just play Cooper, Koch, and Voba,
and then have a go at least down the sides, and then through the middle, because at least we'll be a little bit more solid and we won't get rammed through as much. If we're gonna be a sit-backing team, then you play 3 at the back and let the wing backs, let Ayling and Firpo go forward, and at least gives Rocker, McKennie, so whoever's going to play Sinistera all that around, gives them a bit more license because there's a bit more defensive stability at the back. So this, I don't, you see that with sides, but
I think with when you had the last four games the way they've gone, okay, 3 losses and a draw against a poor Leicester. Not the plays aren't poor, but the form is very, very poor. You get a draw. These tactics aren't working.
No.
So we've talked about him being very adaptable to teams. And players.
Well, that's how we started out, wasn't it?
Why isn't he changing it? Why isn't he going, right, this isn't working? Let's mix it up a little bit. Let's try and get more attackers on. Well, it's frustrating because we would all try something. Yeah.
What I feel is, one thing about us is that we've actually got really good attacking players. I think, honestly, our attack is not a bottom 5 attack. And neither's Leicester, though, really, is it?
I think we say it every time we come on here, that how good our attacking players are.
So if we are down there, why are we not giving it a go?
I don't know, mate. I think the more time goes on where things aren't going right for us, he's getting more
edgy,
more panic, not more panicky, but
he said he's been sleeping,
more wary about being too open. So he's almost closing us up so much that we're not able to get out. But I don't know. Yeah. It's just one of them things. Like when things are going against you, it just goes against you, and that's it.
We've had like football chaos now with last two managers. Grasher's come in, and then I'll admit I like Grasher. I've put it out on the socials and stuff like that.
Everyone
and obviously, I've changed my mind on it a little bit. And it went from really, really good to really shit in a short space of time. And the tactics were decent at start.
In a half of a football match.
Yeah,
it went from we look comfortable and I have no worries about us going down.
Yeah,
to shit, we're in trouble.
Because that first half against Palace, we were electric.
Yeah, we were. It was one of the strongest halves that we've had under it.
Yeah,
in terms of the way we were dominating. I know that we was giving away chances for corners, but fucking it's Leeds.
Yeah, we can't defend.
We've been doing that for about 6 years.
Yeah,
but yeah, to go from like so strong, so like it was almost like we were top half table playing a lower half team, and then it switched.
Yeah,
we didn't look like we were in the second bottom half team. Second half, we looked like we were playing Sunday League football. Didn't even look like we were playing football. To be fair, we just stood around and watched Palace run past us and score 5 goals. But
it just shows how much one player can make to a team. Yeah. Tyler Adams, isn't it?
And I think that's what we've got to look at and go, well, maybe that's what it is, because
it's the only saving grace, because if it's not that, we are in big shit.
Yeah, big shit. Well, we are in big shit because he's not coming back before the end of the season. Yeah. And even if he does come back, like, how much is that injury going to affect him?
Yeah,
for a little bit. But anyway, let's just try and close up on that Leicester game.
Because we've been chatting shit for ages now, so
very edgy game. Very edgy game.
It was very edgy, but it was entertaining.
It was
good.
It was a good. I think I think we edged the first half. We looked good. I would say good. We looked okay. We did good things. We were snapping into challenges. I think the second half we lost it a little bit, and yeah, as I pointed out, all our good stuff seemed to be coming through Jack Harrison. Ayling had a good game.
Yeah, he didn't play that bad, did he?
No, he had a good game. I mean, we slated him. We point out players when they play bad, so it's only fair. He did well. He's played well. He didn't make many mistakes, and I thought he was going to get absolutely hammered by Harvey Barnes.
Yeah.
And I don't think Harvey Barnes did anything really.
No, nothing at all. I think he played well against him.
He had that one chance, didn't he,
Yeah.
where we thought he went out and it didn't, and then he saw.
And he thought it would have been not counted though, would it?
I don't know.
It looked like it weren't out to me, but yeah, that's all he did. So that at least we've broken one streak.
Yeah.
But then Vardy hasn't scored in 19 matches.
And then he scored 2. But one didn't count.
Yeah, he was offside.
Oh God, yeah. It was a kick in the balls, and then when you get that Bamford miss at the end, it's like, oh man.
Yeah,
It's sort of like,
we keep thinking about the Bamford miss though, but we've also got to go back to where Rodrigo was running halfway across the penalty box on his right foot, where he could just add a swinger at it, and there's another chance in that as well. Rocker should have scored as well, that header.
The one that got cleared off the line.
But then also the one that fouled to Bamford, Rock had a header before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we had chances to actually win the game, and then, but I mean, playing against James Maddison's not easy for any team. And then the more that match went on, the more you could see that Rocker and McKennie were just getting taken the piss out of by him.
I'll tell you what he did do very well. Rest of the game, I think it was mentioned on Square Ball, and he did. He fucking
ref really well.
Pretty much, he was like, any time the ball was out of play, even when the ball was in play, he was running next to the ref.
Yeah.
Talking to him about, oh man, he's so fucking annoying.
He was.
James Maddison.
Yeah, Maddison's, that's what he's like, but
God.
he's from Coventry as well, like us, so he's probably just chatting shit to
He's a shit country person.
Yeah.
Because he plays for Leicester.
Yeah. What a wanker. But Callum Wilson's all right though, isn't he?
Yeah.
We don't know what the score is, by the way, so I'll probably actually, James, you keep talking for a little bit and I'll check some football scores.
I'm talking right now
About Leeds.
while Kevin checks his phone. Has he found it?
Newcastle 4, Everton 1. That's awesome. And Bournemouth have beaten Southampton.
Is it still 1-0?
It's 1. They're beaten 1-0. Callum Wilson scored 2. Joe Linton. And Murphy, again, I said Murphy wouldn't even get in the Leeds team earlier today, and he scored 2 and 2.
It just goes to show, because even with Newcastle, they've not massively went out and bought loads of.
They just got a good manager.
Loads of players. A lot of the players that are there have been there for a while, and he's just getting a good tune album. And even the players they've bought, like Dan Burn from bloody Brighton and
Target,
yeah,
players like that.
Bought players. They've got players to do jobs, and they're doing them well. And
they just bought that one thing, that Isaac.
Yeah.
We've got Ritter though.
It's probably the one sort of like big signing that they've
And that Bruno Guimaraes is one hell of a ball player, isn't he?
Player, yeah. He's a good player.
And that, so to be fair as well, Sven Botman that they bought as well.
I don't
he's like a fucking. He's like a fucking Rolls Royce, man.
Yeah, is he?
He's really, really good. But they've strengthened in the key areas. So they've got a centre half, centre midfielder, and a striker.
Yeah.
And they kept the rest of it. So what do Leeds need next year? 2 centre halves, a left back and a right back, and then we can win the fucking league.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a number 9 as well. I'll take a
number
striker.
9. I think we need to get.
Do you think Erling Haaland would come to Leeds? I think he will one day. I really do think he will one day.
Yeah.
When
Man City are playing in the Vanarama League or something.
Yeah.
Because they're about to get booted out.
Yeah. Haaland will come to Leeds one day, but he won't be able to run then. He'll just be like a big target man, lump man up front.
With his slick green hair.
Yeah. Yeah. Slick hair. Right, should we leave it there?
No, we need to talk about Bournemouth, mate. Bournemouth. So they've won today.
They have won today.
Is that amount?
Yeah, no, I don't think they're out of it. Yeah, if we beat them at the weekend, we bring them back into this.
So what are they on now? What do they go on?
Let me have a look. Let me just get it all for you.
Bournemouth are not a bad team though. They're not bad. Oh, I think we were a bit lucky against them last time.
Yeah,
They could have been a few more goals up that first half because they broke on us a few times.
they did.
Yeah,
They did.
but they've got good players.
They have got good players. I mean, from what I can see now, I'm just going to get the league table up in front of me. Let me just get this. So on that Wutara looks like he's a good player for Bournemouth. They seem to be getting a tune out of people, but where are they now? How many points are they ahead of us? They are 6 points ahead of us.
6 points.
Yeah.
Is that same games?
Let me have a little look. 6 points. Yep, same games.
It was funny about Bournemouth is like Park at the start of the season was like, I ain't got a team that can play well in this
Yeah,
league.
they got bought. They took over, didn't they? And then they spent a bit of money in
Have they?
yeah.
They get many players.
Yeah, they did, yeah.
120 other teams to transfer.
They brought in Semenyo, that I can remember. That Ukrainian centre-half is really good, that Wutara.
Oh, yeah.
They brought in that Traore. So they did bring in some good players. They probably did a lot better business than what we did.
Well,
but yeah.
Did we get Woba?
We got Voba, who, McKennie
Ruth.
and Rutter. Look, we can't, I know he's had a bit of a shitter, but we can't really judge him yet anyway.
I'm not judging him. I don't.
No, I know you're not.
I don't think he's a bad player at all.
We've said you can see that got something about him. Maybe we stay up, get a pre-season in him. I mean, to be fair, if we go down, he can't leave now because playing eight, he can't leave. Playing 80 minutes, that's all I can think of him playing really over the past few matches.
I mean,
there's no way he's going to leave.
The first game he played was against Accrington, didn't he?
Yeah.
He started in that one. He played against Chelsea.
Yeah.
Played against Chelsea.
He fell over against Crystal Palace.
He did fall over against Crystal Palace, yeah. But like, I still don't think that was a bad signing at the time of the signing. I think it's a bad signing now because of what's happened to Bamford and Rodrigo. But at the time, Rodrigo was on fire. Bamford was fit, we'll say.
He scored a goal against Aston Villa, didn't he? And everyone thought he was all coming back.
Yeah. Brighton scored that.
Yeah.
That boomer against Brighton.
Yeah.
But
so yeah, I think we're going to win this weekend.
I think we're going to play.
I think we're going to play. It's going to be a bit nervous this week.
21-0.
It's going to be a bit nervous because they're on form now.
Well, if they beat us,
to be fair though, every team that plays against Leeds is on form.
Yeah, because everyone's caught fire.
They beat us, then they're out of it. Then obviously,
yeah.
6 points out of it now.
I think they're if they beat us, right, we'll just just have to smash the town up again.
Yeah, just destroy the place.
We'll just take half of Bournemouth down to the Premier League. Down to the Championship.
No, but I'm just still counting on that Everton, Forest, Leicester, and Southampton just lose the rest.
Well, this is the thing. That's a very big possibility. I think they might.
Everton's running and Forest running are shite.
They might play each other. There's a couple of teams that play each other.
Yeah, I think it's more like Southampton that play a lot of teams around us. From what I can remember, don't hold me to that. But yeah, draws. Just draw them all, guys.
Yeah, I'll tell you. I think we'll beat Spurs.
Oh, I think we'll beat Newcastle and Bournemouth.
Definitely think we'll beat Spurs.
But after tonight, and obviously Bournemouth just won away from home.
Southampton, though.
Yeah, I know. I think we're going to beat Bournemouth and Newcastle and possibly Spurs.
And Man City.
We could stop Man City winning the league as well.
Man City will be the one because nobody in the world
is going to think that we're going to beat them.
Nobody.
And maybe Haaland will have a day off because he doesn't like playing against Leeds.
He liked it last time.
He did like it last time, didn't he? Loved it. Right, I think we're going to have to cut this off here, James.
I think everybody likes playing against us.
We've chatted shit for ages. But yeah, we're going to beat Bournemouth. And I think, that's the pod for today.
Bournemouth, we are coming for you.
We're coming for you.
And we're coming for your stadium.
Coming for your stadium.
Pull your seats, take your bus stops, and smash them. Or something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway. So what we're going to do, maybe Monday we'll come back.
Yeah, Monday or Tuesday we've got to come back because it's bank holiday weekend. And I'm enjoying some stuff out and I've got other stuff on. I'm probably going to have a beer.
Have a beer.
All right. So I've been Kevin.
Still James.
And thanks for listening to Leeds House.
Take care, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.